CJ, talk about your touchdown catch. Pretty good grab, looked like.
Yeah, it was definitely a touchdown catch too, in my opinion. No, yeah, we practiced that play a lot in practice. Honestly, it wasn't even the coverage that we thought it was going to be. So when I came out of the break, I was kind of, thinking that he was going to throw it to Sammy because that was his progression, threw it to me anyway. Yeah, it was a big catch, and we ended up scoring that drive, so I was fine with it.
You thought you scored?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was trying to tell Jeremy to wait before he called the next play, but that's not how we really operate in our offense. So.
CJ, why has this team under Coach Malzahn been so good at making halftime adjustments?
I think it's just once we start to get a feel for the game, once we know, kind of what's working for us, that's what we go to. There's no real major adjustments that go on from our game plan. It's just we start running what we know is working. We start putting the pace on them, and that's, I guess, the second half is where Coach Russell and all the off-season stuff and work that we've done kind of really plays in to effect. So I think that also helps.
When you're tied, like you were Saturday, do guys get up and say stuff to fire the other guys up, or how does that usually work?
I think, in this instance, there wasn't really much to be said. We knew we were hurting ourselves. We had 2 3rd-and-1s, one where, I missed the block, and the second where they did a stunt, and they kind of, timed it up perfectly. So we knew we were hurting ourselves offensively, and defensively we knew that they just needed to calm down and, kind of eliminate the big plays that they were giving up. And once that happened, once we, the only thing that we were saying in the locker room was we got this. We were fine. We just need to relax, calm down, stop hurting ourselves, and minimize the big plays that we were giving up.
CJ, we hear about accountabilities for fumbles and things like that during game, during practice. Is there an accountability when you miss a block like that?
Yeah, there are. We do accountabilities for literally everything, misassignments, whatever. So it just varies on, I guess, whatever Coach Fountain decides that he wants us to do.
So what do you have to do?
I did 20 up downs.
CJ, I don't know if you may not have seen the replay of the game from SEC Network, but Gus's reaction when you came off the sidelines, what did you say after that? Because he was pointing at you the whole time you came off, and you said something, and Gus flipped out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I knew he was pointing. I didn't even look up because I didn't even want to look at his reaction because it was a base play that we had worked a lot, and Reese made a call. I just stepped down too much, and that's all I said. I stepped down. I took 2 steps down instead of 1, and he was just like, oh, yeah, he said it in halftime. He said it during the sideline a few times too. I was like, okay, Coach, I promise. If we run it again, it's not going to happen. We ended up running the play later in the game, and it didn't happen, so that was a positive. But yeah, he wasn't too happy about that at all.
CJ, were you surprised by what Melvin Ray did, or did you kind of see that coming?
No, not at all. I don't think anybody was surprised with it. Even coming back in and watching film, Coach Malzahn kind of said, what do you guys think about Melvin's practice, like how he's been practicing? And he's been practicing lights out. He's having to learn 2 positions, and anytime he goes in and practice, he's blocking as hard as he can. He's doing everything right. So I don't think his performance was really shocking to anybody, at least offensively.
Where do you feel most comfortable? If they're using you H-back, tight end, slot, where do you feel most comfortable?
I feel a lot more comfortable at the tight end kind of now. Being able to work with Coach Grimes and the offensive line, and kind of being in, Coach Fountain knows 3-back and tight end hand down. So kind of hand down, I'm getting a lot more comfortable, working the run fits, even though that one play. But it's something I'm kind of making my home around, something that I really worked hard on this offseason, and I'm starting to feel my way around that spot.
Any reason why you worked on hand down so much this summer?
Yeah, I kind of knew, Brandon and I are going to split 3-back every now and then, but I knew that, he had been doing a really good job at it. And there are times where we're going to be both in at 3-back or with our personnel and stuff, but, I kind of wanted to make it an emphasis that, last year we had to move Sean over to tight end at times to, for that blocking position, and, I kind of wanted it to be where I could do the same. And then if we pick up that first down, we can, pace a different play if we need to, pace a pass play if need be. So Coach Malzahn kind of talked to me about, perfecting my craft at hand down tight end, and something I was really adamant about.
I'm curious for you to give me a little I guess, a roundup of what Duke was able to do playing the inside and the difficulties of doing that, especially for a guy that, like him, you might actually see on the outside more.
In terms of like how, what do you mean?
How he's performing on the inside there, what kind of matchup problems he presents?
Oh, it's an awful matchup problem for the defense. Because he's so fast that if you try to put a linebacker on him, it's not really fair for the linebacker, and he's so physical that you're going to have to get a big safety on him, because if not, then he's just going to bully him. And that happened the entire game, really. And so yeah, it's hard to match him up on the inside, and then when we do throw him on the outside against a corner, it's kind of like, what is he going to do? Is he going to go deep and beat him deep, or just out-muscle him? So yeah, he definitely showed that he's a matchup problem and something that defenses are definitely going to have to take account for.
I understand Nick only played the half, but he only threw 6 passes. Do you see him throwing the ball more as the season goes on?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that we kind of had 2 different sets going into the game just because we knew some things about the defense. And case in point, his touchdown run, we had practiced that play a lot during practice. We knew it would be there. So we knew that the defense would kind of be a little different when Nick came in, to where we'd be able to run a certain amount of plays. But I definitely think that we have complete faith in his passing ability. He's able to do, incredible things with his feet to open up passes. So yeah, I think you'll definitely see a little more of his arm.
For all the pass catchers on this team, having Sammy and now Duke step up, does it make you feel like, okay, my time's coming, knowing that they're going to get so much attention?
Yeah, I guess, we do, like you just said, we have so many passing threats. Duke, Sammy, Melvin, people are going to be like, well, Mel's in the game. We have to, take account for him. We still have Ricardo, Marcus Davis. We have a plethora of receivers who, anytime they're in the game, you have to be like, all right, what's going to happen? So I definitely think that that'll spread the ball out even for Brandon and myself, because they'll be looking more at the receivers, and then we can slip out and make some big time catches. But until our number's called, we're just going to keep blocking and wait for our opportunity.
CJ, Coach Lashley talked all spring about the receivers, that it's on you to catch the ball. If it's overthrown, underthrown, you've got to catch it when it's in your vicinity. We saw that translate. How hard did you guys work on that, and how do you think you guys have progressed since the spring on that?
Yeah, I think we do that because first of all, it gives confidence to the quarterbacks. And I'm thinking right now in my head, the spring game, how anytime the ball is in the area, we try to go up and make a play no matter what, and we end up making a lot of plays in spring game. So yeah, that in my head kind of sticks out, and we kind of built off of that. That was our MO. We want Coach Malzahn to have confidence in the receivers, to know that anytime the run game is kind of faltering a little bit, or he can count on Nick throwing the ball up and us getting it. And it's not going to be on the money every time. We know that Nick and Jeremy, they have a lot of things going on in their mind. Going back to Coach Malzahn after a drive is one of them. So we want to make sure that they're comfortable back there. They can throw the ball. They can just play football. And I think that's definitely something that people are going to start seeing.
All right.
Thanks, CJ. Thanks, CJ. Good work. Appreciate it.